Hello, my name is Matthias Cavodi. I'd like to welcome you guys to my channel. Today, we're going to talk about Al Ewing's Ultimates, a fantastic series that I feel like it was pretty much overlooked because it has a very short runtime. The art also in the series is breathtaking, listen to me, illustrated by Kenneth Rocafort. He just kills it. Like, his art really lends itself to the story that Al Ewing is trying to tell. So this series itself starts right after Hickman's Secret Wars. Marvel sort of teased that they're gonna start the whole line from the beginning, but that really didn't happen, and so we got this really weird situation after that crossover, and a lot of titles suffered because of that, and then we had a lot of weird situations, except for this one. Al Ewing was really able to capitalize on the whole situation post Secret Wars. So first we have Avengers Zero Issue. That I really hate those anthology status quo books that sort of are put out to get you up to speed with what's happening in each one of the titles, sort of to see if they get you interested in reading all of them. There's one dedicated to the Ultimates that, at least for me, it doesn't work. It's focused on America Chavez. She's fighting these extra-dimensional aliens, and she's talking to her girlfriend at the same time. Her whole relationship, that's like my only gripe with the series. Her whole relationship that she has, that feels really shoehorned into the series. It's really out of place with the tone of the book in general. Like, if it would have been in a Young Avengers title, or be it, she comes from the Young Avengers. She came out of that series, or New Mutants, or any of those junior teams, or the Champs, it would have worked. In this particular series, it doesn't. But America Chavez as a character in the series, outside of her relationship, it's pretty fascinating. I love her power set. I like she makes these portals that have the shape of a star and they burst through them. Kenneth has a lot of fun using illustrating her powers, and one of my subscribers, the best one ever, seems to really love this character. So sort of sparked my interest in backtracking and seeing her ongoing series, her run that, at least here in Argentina, it never came out. So then we have Ultimates issue number 1 with Black Panther, one of my all-time favorite Marvel characters in general, Monica Rambeau, who in this whole series, they really explore how crazy powerful she is. Like, she's insanely powerful. Blue Marvel, a character that I wasn't too familiar with. I remember seeing him prior to this in Mighty Avengers. He had his own mini-series that I really want to backtrack and get my hands on. A lot of what happens in that series that carries on into this one, especially with Ant-Man. I think he was his main villain. America Chavez, as I mentioned before, and Captain Marvel. The main premise of this series is heroes that really want to fix problems. Like, a lot of times, because writers don't want to kill off a villain or finish off once and for all, they want to go back and revisit it as many times as possible. The heroes really never finish or resolve their problems, because if they do, they have to alter the whole status quo. It does happen every once in a while, but the main mandate of this team is to resolve problems. Spoilers, read the series. It's really worth it, because in the first story, they want to fix Galactus. They don't want him to eat any more planets. They realize actually that his incubation, when he came out of the universe, he came from the universe prior to the one of the 616. Sorry, it's a little confusing. He was incubating within his ship, and he came out a little too early. That's why he came out as the devourer and not as the creator. So that's what they want to do. They want to find his original ship. Blue Marvel, who's insanely smart, has found a comic book particle that's going to help him resolve this problem of Galactus. And they do a lot of fantastic changes and stuff. They visit and touch on a lot of really good ideas that later on at the end of the series they sort of walk back, because I guess Marvel didn't want to change the status quo, because they're really big changes. The thing is, Blue Marvel and Black Panther think of a way of curing Galactus. So this idea that they want to resolve problems, you understand Captain Marvel's motivation in Civil War II, that within the crossover, she seems really irrational and very one-dimensional, but when you read this series, you understand what she's going for and what she really wants. And I feel like the crossover just did a really terrible job at doing that. So America Chavez and Monica Rambeau are able to find Galactus' original ship. They take it back to the base, and after some forceful negotiation with Galactus, like, before I go on, look at the art. It's breathtaking. It's beautiful. Galactus also such an awesome character, and he's one of those characters that the less they use him, the better, because every time when he pops up, he's like, oh boy, like he really means something. Like when Galactus pops up in a story, you know that something pretty important or relevant is going to go down. So Blue Marvel and Captain Marvel want to negotiate with Galactus, telling him, hey, we can fix your problem of you always having to deal with hunger. And that's another awesome part of Galactus as a villain. Well, he's actually not a villain. He's sort of like a force of nature. And he's always hungry, and it's really messed up. Like, you can really feel for Galactus. So we get a flashback of Galactus' previous universe. And that's another big thing about the series. We're going to discover that the 616 universe that we have today is the 8th iteration universe. That we had seven universes prior to this one. So Galactus, his name was Galen, he comes from the planet Ta, was the lone survivor of the previous universe. Falls into this one. His ship becomes an incubator. He comes out a little too early. That's why he becomes a devourer. And basically, Black Panther arrives to rescue his two teammates. And fantastic use of teamwork. Basically, they push Galactus, they trip him and push him back into his incubator ship. Again, like here you can see, but it's not as well represented. But Kenneth, when he has a ball drawing and showing you how America Chavez's powers work, and aesthetically, it looks so freaking awesome. So they trip him up. He falls into the ship. Galactus finishes his process of becoming the creator of worlds, thanks to the particle that Adam Bashir, the Blue Marvel, had discovered. Basically, Galactus becomes the creator of worlds. Like, again, look at the art. It's so freaking beautiful. This first story arc, top notch. This whole run is really good. It's a shame that it was cut really short. At least here in Argentina, it came in 3 compilation issues. I have the first one and the last one. I'm missing the one in the middle because Thanos pops up in that one, and that one flew off the shelves. So, hope you guys liked this video. See you guys next time. Bye.